this module, we will be learning on physical activity recommendations. At the end of this session, you will be able to discuss the recommended physical activity level for a healthy life for children, adults, and for elderly. What do you think are the recommended physical activity levels for a healthy adult? The American College of Sports Medicine, that is ACSM, recommendation is at least 150 minutes of moderate intensity aerobic physical activity, preferably spread throughout the week, or at least 75 minutes of vigorous intensity physical activity throughout the week, or an equivalent combination of moderate and vigorous intensity activities spread throughout the week. Physical activity recommendations depends on the age of the individual. Preschool children aged 3 to 5 years should be encouraged to be physically active freely throughout the day. This will enhance their physical and mental growth and development. School children aged 6 to 9 years should be encouraged to have at least 1 hour of moderate or vigorous intensity physical activities on most of the days of the week. This has to be encouraged by their parents. It should include aerobic exercises for equal or more than 60 minutes a day in moderate to vigorous intensity on most of the days of the week. Muscle strengthening exercises also can be done under supervision, in contrast to the traditional belief, once they can understand instructions. Impact exercises like jumping, skipping increases the bone load and improves the bone strength. In summary, children should be encouraged to have at least 1 hour of outdoor sports a day with their peers. This has to be encouraged by their parents. Now, let's see the physical activity recommendations for a healthy adult aged 20 to 64 years. The aerobic activity regime is at least 150 minutes of moderate intensity physical activity, preferably spread throughout the week, or at least 75 minutes of vigorous intensity physical activity throughout the week, or an equivalent combination of moderate and vigorous physical activity throughout the week. Muscle strengthening activities should be done with the involvement of major muscle groups on 2 to 3 non-consecutive days a week. Intensity should be 60 to 80% of 1 RM. 1 RM is the maximum amount of weight one can lift in a single repetition for a given exercise. 8 to 12 repetitions in 2 to 4 sets with 2 minutes rest in between is recommended. Instead of using a weight, muscle strengthening activities can be done by using own body weight. Some of the examples are push-ups, squats, lunges, and pull-ups. Also, resistant bands or improvised weights such as water or sand-filled bottles can also be used. For flexibility, you should do 2 to 3 sessions of flexibility exercises a week. Ideally, 4 or more repetitions per muscle group. You have to stretch to the point of slight discomfort or tightness, not until the pain. Hold the stretch for 10 to 30 seconds. Dynamic stretches have to be done before exercises and the static exercises at the end of the activity. Let's move on to the recommended physical activity for adults aged 65 years and above. Aerobic exercises should include at least 150 minutes of moderate intensity aerobic activities, preferably spread throughout the week. This could be in the form of vigorous intensity physical activities for at least 75 minutes throughout the week, or an equivalent combination of moderate and vigorous intensity activities throughout the week. Overweight and obese older adults should increase their moderate intensity physical activities to 300 minutes a week to achieve weight reduction goals. Adults aged 65 years and above also should do muscle strengthening activities. It should involve all major muscle groups on 2 to 3 non-consecutive days a week. The intensity should be 60 to 80% of 1 RM. To remind you the term 1 RM again, 1 RM is the maximum amount of weight that can be lifted by an individual in a single repetition for a given exercise. 8 to 12 repetitions in 2 to 4 sets with 2-minute rest in between is recommended. Muscle strengthening activities can be done using the own body weight instead of free weights. Some of the strengthening exercises that are done using body weight are push-ups, squats, lunges, and pull-ups. Resistant bands or improvised weights such as water or sand-filled bottles can also be used. Adults aged 65 years and above also should engage in flexibility exercises. They should do 2 to 3 sessions of flexibility exercises per week, preferably on daily basis. It should be done with 4 or more repetitions per muscle group. Always stretch to the point of slight discomfort or tightness, not up to the pain. Stretch should be held for 10 to 30 seconds. Balance exercises also should be incorporated to the exercise regime of older adults. At least 10-minute sessions of balancing exercises on 3 or more days a week. Balance exercises will enhance the balance, coordination, and the proprioception. It essentially helps in fall prevention.